Hi, Tim here from Zoom Reports, and thanks for checking out this demo on the coach account. Since you're watching this demo, that must mean you're a coach in a club that values giving feedback and doing player evaluations. And for that, I want to thank you. Because doing player evaluations is such a small thing you can do for yourself, but such a big thing you can do for your players. And isn't that why you became a coach? Because you wanted to help players. You wanted to pass along what you've learned. We all know it feels good to win games and trophies, but the real reason is you want to give back because the game has given you so much. So think of using Zoom reports and giving feedback as another medium in which you can do that. And what's more is that players want to know how they're doing or ways to improve. And we know that can be a time-consuming process. So that's why we created Zoom reports. We want to make your job a little easier. Now, getting started, you should have received an email from Zoom reports that looks a little something like this. So this is the activation email. As you can see, you've been added to Zoom reports as a coach on this team, and it looks like you haven't activated your account yet. So we'll click on the top link here, which takes us to a page within Zoom reports where we can create our own password. So I'll type in a password here, retype the password to confirm it, check the box agreeing to the terms of service, and click activate. Which brings us to the coach page. And you know that because the coach tab at the top of the page is highlighted. Now, if in the event you need to change your email address or your password, you can just click on the account button right here and you can go through all that stuff right there. Now, because we want to make your job even easier than ever, we've probably already added your roster to Zoom reports. So you don't necessarily need to know how to add a player, but just in the event that a player moves into your area mid-season, click on the add player button at the top of the page, type in the player's name, type in an email address, and press save. And now that player has been added to the team, as you can see here. Now, to create an evaluation, all you're going to do is hover your mouse over the green Add Eval button, select from the list of templates. We'll choose Field Player Standard, which brings us to the evaluation page itself. First thing I like to do is to give a numerical score. To do that, drag this yellow widget up and down to the desired level. And in case you're wondering what this blue bar is here, or the blue vertical bars here, these are the previous evaluation scores for these dates. As you can see, an evaluation was done on the 21st and the 22nd. And this is the current evaluation that we're working on. So we've just given a numerical score. Next, you can write a comment. Just click inside the comment box and write a comment. Or, remember, we want to make your job as easy as possible. That's why we created Zoom comments. In a nutshell, we've written comments for every single skill that you see within this template. To access these comments, just hover your mouse over the Zoom comment box, and let's write a comment for passing inside the foot. The ball doesn't roll, it bounces, and the player needs work. We'll click there, and voila! Zoom Reports creates a comment specific to those things that we just clicked on. Now, the cool thing is, if you don't like part of the comment, just highlight what you don't like and delete it, and you can make it your own. Additionally, we created the My Comment box, and essentially what that is, Zoom Reports remembers all the past comments that you've ever written. To access those, hover over the My Comment box, and as you can see, the comments are going to be stored by this player and other players. So we'll just click on this one so you can see how it works. As you can see, that comment has been inserted into the comment box. It's just that easy. So the benefit is, if you've written Shakespeare for one player for passing, and you know that 4 other kids on your team have a similar issue, you don't have to keep recreating the wheel over and over and over again. Another really cool thing you can do with Zoom Reports is you can add a video. To do that, we're just going to hover over the video camera icon, and there are a couple options you can take from here. Number 1, you can add a Zoom video. So those are videos that we've created in-house, and to add one, you're just going to click on one here. And if you want to play the instructional video, just click on the blue Play Instructional Video link. Or if you want to remove it, just click on this button over here. We'll do that for the time's sake. Additionally, you can add your own video. So what you do is click on Add Video, paste in the YouTube link, give it a description, and as soon as you do that, press Save Video. And just like before, it's going to embed the video into this evaluation. Thirdly, you can get a video from the community. As you can see here, recently a coach added a video for Beckham and passing. So if you wanted to add that video to Zoom Reports, you just click on the Beckham passes video, and there you have it. It's been embedded into this evaluation. If I wanted to play it, I would just click here, and I'll show you what that looks like. Look at that laser of a ball that Beckham plays. So as you can see, you can take this from just a feedback tool to a real educational tool as well. So we'll X out of here. So those are the three major things you can do. You can give a numerical score, write a comment via the Zoom comments, the My comments, or if you just want to write your own, feel free to. And you can insert a video. So let's just say that we've done that for the entire evaluation. We'll scroll down to the very bottom where you can write an overall comment. This is a great place just to sum things up and tell the player how you think they've done over the course of time. And when you're finished, you've got two options. Number one, you can save this evaluation as a draft. Now, as this little note down here says, this just means that you can revisit your work at a later date. It's not going to release the evaluation for the player to view online. However, if you are ready for this player to view it, just click on the Save and Release button. And what that's going to do is send the player an activation email similar to what you received, similar to the one that we just walked through. As you press the Save and Release button, obviously Zoom Reports saved the work that you did, but it also sent the player the activation email notifying them that they have a new evaluation and they need to log in. So I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. So this is what the activation email looks like. As you can see, it says the player has a new evaluation waiting. And so to view the evaluation, activate the account, just click on this top link. And again, that will take them to a page where they can create their own password, agree to the terms of service, and click activate. And that's where they can go log into their own account. Another really cool thing you can do within Zoom Reports is you can have your players self-evaluate. I really think this is a powerful way to get the kids to be more engaged in the whole evaluation process. Some of our clients are having their players self-evaluate at the end of a season or maybe before a season. It could be a preseason self-evaluation. And some of our clients are having their players self-evaluate after every weekend. So Monday morning, coaches go in and they send out these self-evaluation requests, which I'm about to show you, and the players can then obviously evaluate themselves on how they've done over the past week, the weekend, and it becomes a really, really powerful way for the players to gain some insight into what they're doing. Also, for you as a coach, you can see what they think, which is really, really valuable. To start the self-evaluation process, just hover your mouse over the blue Add Self-Evaluation button. Select from the list of templates that you want the player to go through. We'll select Field Player Standard. As soon as you clicked on that template, Zoom Reports automatically sent out the self-evaluation request email, and I'll show you what that looks like here. So this is the email that the player is going to see. All they'll do is click on the following link here, and that will take them to their account where they can log in, and they'll be guided through the whole self-evaluation process. It's really easy. Now, if in the event that you goofed up and you don't want to have the player self-evaluate, just hover your mouse over this button again and click on the Cancel Self-Eval Request, and that'll be it. As you can see, the button went from blue to orange, signifying that the player has been sent the self-evaluation request. Now, as soon as the player completes this self-evaluation, the button will go back to being blue, and there will be a date right here where it says no self-evaluations. Now, another really cool thing that we've added are the Zoom badges. Now, we've gotten rave reviews from coaches for using these because they found that they really help motivate the players. I'll show you how to do it. All you're going to do is click on the yellow Add Badge button next to the player you want to give a badge to. And for now, we'll just click on the soccer ball in the top right-hand corner, Soccer General. And we're going to give this player the Game Ball badge. So as you can see, the player's name is going to be written at the top of the badge. And now you have the ability to write your own quick comment in the space below. So we'll go ahead and do that. And what a lot of people are doing is they're writing the team that they played against and perhaps the date and a quick comment. And once you're finished, just press the Send button up here at the top, and just like a regular evaluation, the player will be sent an email notifying them to go log in to view it. To illustrate how powerful the Zoom badges are, I thought I'd include a quote from one of our clients up in Centerville, Ohio. This is from Jessica Peacock, and she says, "Motivation is a key factor that a coach provides to young players in order to inspire them to be their best, not just for themselves but for their team. Using the badges to send a quick motivational note to my players each week provides them not only with immediate feedback in just a few short words, but gives me, as coach, the opportunity to provide positive written recognition to each individual player to encourage them to want to improve every day as a soccer player." Wow, that's awesome. So I challenge you as coaches, try it out. Maybe it works for you. Maybe you've got some kids that will eat this up, and maybe you don't, but just give it a shot. Another really cool thing about Zoom Reports is that it allows players and parents to correspond back to you as a coach. So you've just poured your heart and soul into an evaluation. You've really given some insightful feedback, something that's going to help the player take their game to the next level. And now a player can write a comment back to you in response to what you've written. And just to give you an idea, 99% of the correspondences that are written from the players and the parents to the coach are extremely positive. And if a player or a parent were to write a comment back to you, you'd receive an email that looks something like this. So every time a player or a parent writes you, this is what you're going to see. It's just a short little email, and here's their comment to you. Now, wouldn't you just love it if every single player on your team wrote you a great comment like this? Do you think you'd feel good about what you've done? Do you think you'd feel great about your job as a coach? I'd say so. Now, on the other hand, not every single comment that players and parents write, as I'm sure you can imagine, is positive in nature. But the great thing is you're going to get that comment back too, and then that'll open up the lines of communication, and you can put out any fires that need to be put out. It's just that easy. A common question that we get from time to time is how to resend the activation email. And this is a really easy thing to do. Now we'll just look at our roster here for a second. Now you can see that of the 4 players on this roster, only one has activated the account, and that's Kevin Smith. And you can tell that because there's a date beneath this player's name, which signifies the date that the player last logged in. On the other hand, you see the resend activation beneath each player. So if I wanted to resend the activation email for Tim Reese, I would just click on this button, which automatically sends the activation email to the player, and you know that happened because this note was written here at the top of the page. And if you ever wanted to see what the evaluation will look like from the player's perspective, just click on the player's name. So here's the player's account, and if we scroll down a little bit, these are all the past evaluations that we've created for this player. Now if we want to see the most recent evaluation, we'll just click on View or Print. So we'll click on View, and here it is. So when a player logs in, this is what they're going to be able to see. This is that David Beckham video that we've added to the program. And once you're finished, just press close. And so that's the end of our demo. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Again, my number is 828-406-1312. Email us all at support@zoomreports.com. And thanks again. It's such a small thing you can do for yourself, but such a big thing you can do for your players to give them the feedback that's going to help them improve. So thanks. Take care.